Hi, I'm Daniel Fisher, Director of Product Optimization here at Sweetwater Sound, and today I want to show you the incredible DigiTech TimeBender. This is an amazing pedal, and I won't even have time in the next 10 minutes to show you everything, but I'm going to give it a shot. First of all, its basic specs, it's a 5-second true stereo digital delay, so it has true left in and out, true right in and out, and it does not sum those to mono and then do its effects. You get true stereo. It's got a 20-second looper. It has a bunch of different modes to include digital delay, analog type delay, 2 different types of tape delay. It does ducking delays. It does time warp. It does a really nice reverse, and it has this one called envelope that is something you've never ever seen before. It also does very cool things. They're calling it Music IQ, Music Q. And that is where the delays can be different notes of the scale, and you get to choose what chord, major or minor, that this thing is doing its diatonic harmonies for the delays. So you get these delays, arpeggiation in chord form and everything, which is very cool. So now enough talking about it. Oh, actually one last thing though, is that you can put a continuous controller pedal into this thing and sweep between, there are 4 presets on this thing, and you can sweep between high pedal and low pedal and do entirely different settings for the 2, and you can morph in between them. So it's like having 8 different things, but you can morph between any 2 of them, and it's quite incredible. So first off, I'll just show you the digital delay. Just standard thing. I got it set to do 1 repeat. I can do, unlike a lot of digital pedals, I can do repeats that go into infinite and actually overload. Which is great. It also has a very powerful tone control on this that's bi-directional, so as you turn it clockwise, you can have delays that get thinner till they fade out in the treble way, or you could turn it the other way and have them get progressively darker. Interesting thing about this digital delay is as you change the time, you don't actually change the pitch of your echoes. It just changes the speed, which is very unusual. But if you want to change the speed, and this is what I always want to do with a delay pedal, you set it to analog. Now we have an analog delay that, analog emulation of a delay, that does a pretty good job of doing the filter cutoff and everything that you'll find in analog. And again, the tone control can be used in a treble way or rolling off the treble. But then when you start doing regeneration on the analog, things can get really wild because, unlike most digital pedals, you can actually change delay time without changing the order of the notes. It doesn't screw it up. And you can take this all the way to below human hearing, which is insane. I love that. And of course you can go the other direction too. So you understand why I love this pedal. Then it does tape things. So this is a moving head tape delay, and it's designed to simulate those things. And you'll notice it's got kind of a mid-range blooming that's very typical of those kind of things. to sweep the time, it does it in a way that a motorized tape head does it, which is very cool. And by the way, all of these have tail repeats. So as you turn a delay off, the last thing you did fades out on its own, which is very natural, very musical effect. Then they got these ones dynamic. So this is a dynamic digital, which means that while you're playing, the delay is actually pretty far underneath the sound. Now you stop and all of a sudden the delays come out. If you do that, a lot of times, if you've played something really complex and then stop playing, you get all these notes that are in the feedback loop. But there's this mode they call dynamic repeats, where it doesn't start filling the feedback loop until you stop playing. Just kind of like the Rush 2112 trick, where only the very last part of the riff gets echoed. You know, so you got that. But you can noodle around, and it's just that last one. Is the one that all of a sudden gets in the delay loop. Extremely, extremely musical. Other things you can do, you can strum your tempo. You just step on the pedal and do a quick set of strums and that gets your tempo. But now I'm going to show you some of the musical stuff that this does. For example, you can do multiple repeats. Here's an example with 2 repeats now that are ping-ponging. And each of the ping-pongs can have different notes of a chord. And you can choose all of these different variations. There's 20 or 30 different variations. And as you get more complex with the number of taps, and it's like if you can't write a song with this, you just don't even know how to write a song, because it's very inspirational. And they're all diatonic, so, which is a fancy way of saying that all of the notes that it changes for you stay in the same key as your original chord. And again, you set the chord just by stepping on the pedal and stroking it. And then it's got this amazing thing where you can even pick your own strum pattern. It's a little tricky here because I can't step on it with my foot, but I'll do my best. So if you make up your own rhythm, like, now I get that rhythm. Now I'll do a different one here. So that was the rhythm I did. It'll sound a little better in unison. But you can hear it's very musical, and also it has modulation. So on top of being able to do stereo, this thing will do stereo chorus. And it has 3 different speeds, slow, medium, and fast for your chorus. And if you do something called time warp, you can get insane with your modulation. So already I've used up my allotted time and I've only shown you a little bit of this. So I've gotten permission to do this one as a 2-parter. So again, this is the DigiTech TimeBender. My name is Daniel Fisher. If you have any further questions, please contact your Sweetwater sales engineer. Thank you again for listening.